Mornings up early, caffeine's a call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mics. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows. News unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind.
Mornings are better with Tech Coach Ralph. How is everyone doing today? Hopefully you are doing well. Hopefully you had a good night of rest. Hopefully you had a lot of fun with us last night on the Tech Q&A show. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. We are all about winning. We are all about victory. So this is the Koffee and Kata morning show. We have been, for the past few weeks, learning large language models, learning about AI, prompt engineering. We have built, I don't want to call it an application, but we've used Jupyter Labs in order to build a web page summarizer. We've used the OpenAI API to do it. We also used the Ollama open source local large language model as well. And we've seen the differences. We got it to work last time. Today, what I want to do is I want to write out my timers. Let me start the timer. You guys are going to keep me here all day. Hold on. All right, there we go. Timer started, right? But what I want to do is I want to write out the steps, or not the steps, but the different things I'll need to build out this content creation workflow, where it's not like what content to create, but it's more like after the content is created, these are all the details that I need, because you might think that content creation is just pressing record on the camera and then you speak and then that's it. Nope. There are so many things behind the scenes that you have to do, which you see them, but you might not know how much effort it takes. And for one person to do it all, it's a lot of work, right? And if you want to be able to get out more content, then you're going to have to optimize your workflow, especially if you don't want to outsource it and pay a bunch of money, right? So that is one of the things that I thought about. Like, you know what? I use a lot of AI, but I use it manually when I'm working out my workflow. How can I use what I'm learning to build something to streamline the process? So what I want to do today is actually write it out. We're not going to actually build it today because as we continue with the course, we're going to see different tools, different ways of doing it, but we'll have in mind what we actually want built, our project, our capstone project, I might say, for this course, where it's going to be something that I'm going to be using pretty much on an everyday basis, and then we can even possibly turn into some type of SaaS product, service as a software, and make it available to other people as well. So we shall see how that goes. What I do want to do, so before we go further, I just want to say thank you for everybody for tuning in. Really, really appreciate you guys. At noon Eastern time today, I'm going to be premiering a video of something we tried on the live stream for the past couple of Thursdays, but we failed, but I figured it out. I was able to figure out how to use UTM, a virtualization software, to get it to install Kali Linux and probably any other any other operating system that you wanted. But we were having a lot of trouble on the live streams, kept on getting like a no display active. And then I troubleshooted a bit and I found a way to get around it. So I just, instead of doing it again on another live stream and wasting time, I said, let me just premiere it on a software explorations video on Wednesday. And that's what we're going to be watching together today at noon. So I'm hoping to see you there with me. And if you have any questions, you feel free to ask and I will be here to answer for you. Okay. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going live as well, 7:30 p.m. We're going to be doing some more of ethical hacking learning, Kali Linux. The plan is to get into reconnaissance, which is information gathering stage, the first stage of ethical hacking and penetration testing. Gathering information, we're going to be looking at some different tools that is used for it. We're going to try those tools out. I'm going to try it on my own network and see what happens, and we'll go from there, right? So that's the plan for the next coming days. One more announcement. So yesterday, I was talking to my guy Rod Brown with Wendy, and we were trying. I was helping him trying to set up OBS, and we came into a little bit of an issue because Windows works a little different than Mac, right? But I think I found a solution. So I'm going to if Rod Brown, if you're watching this, if you're watching it on replay, I have a solution for you. I already sent him a message as well, but I have a solution that we can try out and we will see. And if it does work, I'll probably end up creating a video for it, but I might put it on a different, I don't know. I don't know if I want to put it on this channel, but it's pretty much a solution for OBS on how to have the same camera source, but on different scenes and different dimensions. Like it was weird. It was weird because on Mac, I don't have that issue, but you gotta do it. You gotta deal with Windows. Okay. So if that works, I will maybe make a video and put it somewhere. I don't know where I'll put it. Maybe I'll put it on this channel. I don't know. It's not really what this channel is for, but if it can help somebody, we shall see. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. That is about it. So with that being said, let's jump into our work for today. So let's go here first. And I want to go here. So this is the course that we are taking, the large language model course. Let me see, Master AI, large language models and agents. We are up to, so come Monday, we're going to be starting day 3. We did day 1. On day 1, we did the setting up Anaconda. We did the OpenAI key. We set up I already had an OpenAI account. I set up another API key for OpenAI. We created the API web page summarizer with OpenAPI. And then on day 2, we did the same web page summarizer, but we implemented for Olama. And we saw the difference with that. We finished that up this past Monday, 2 days ago. And we were able to get refactor our code, get the right summaries, able to work on different websites. Because at first we had some code that shouldn't be there. We got it to work. So today, the reason I wanted to write out the workflow and all the features that are needed is because as we get into day 3 and we start learning about all these different AI platforms, these large language model platforms, such as ChatGPT and OpenAI, we have Claude, we have Gemini from Google, and some other ones, right? We like as we're going through those, we want to have in mind, okay, what would be the best tool to use, and also write it in a way that we can swap out different large language models, or we can specify which one we want to use, So it's for me, I want to start thinking about what I need now. And then as we start learning more about it, we see, okay, this is going to be like, let's say, we'll say, all right, Claude is going to work well in this part of it, maybe in creating the descriptions. And another one is going to work well for probably generating keywords or something. I don't know, but that's the idea. So that as we are learning this stuff, we can go back and document what we need to get built, and maybe we can start building some stuff along the way, So day 3, come Monday, we're going to be signing up for the different providers. I only have the OpenAI and ChatGPT. I guess by default, I have Gemini as a Google user, but it's not something that I normally like say, oh, let me go check Gemini. It's always, ChatGPT, OpenAI. But haven't used Claude, haven't used Perplexity, or none of those. So I do want to go and check those out as well. So come day 3, comparing the different models, we're going to sign up for them, we're going to use them, and we'll go from there. Okay. What is a day 3 project? I don't know if there's an actual day 3 project, but we'll figure it out as the time comes. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go to the Jupyter Labs, right? And let me just refresh it to make sure that it's still running. It is still running. All right, perfect. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to create a new, let me see. Let's say a new, on a notebook, or let me see what we have going on here. Let's see. I'll put it in here for now, right? I will do instead of week 1, I'll probably end up moving it to something else, but for the time being, or maybe I could I'll put it in here for now, right? I'll just put it in here for now, but I will probably end up creating a whole new Jupyter Labs. But the thing is, right, the final application is not going to live in Jupyter Labs. It is going to be probably some type of web-based, similar to how we have the web-based React application for the Urban Dictionary of Economic Data. It'll probably be something similar to that, like in like a web application. But for now, to map it out, we can always use Jupyter Labs and start writing things out. Okay, so let's see what we got going. I'll give it a folder of TCR. Content creation workflow, right? And if I go in here, I'm going to go and do a new notebook, I guess. And I will, let me see, we'll say Python 3, and I will call this, let me rename, and I will say, let's say content creation workflow. All right, let's just call it that for now. So what I am going to do is I need to write out my plans when I'm creating content, right? Let me see. And we got somebody in the building. I don't know if I ever spoke to you before. It says patch XS, no dark mode. You know what? You're right. I never even considered dark mode for, I just use what they gave me. Do they have a dark mode for, let me see. Oh, look at that. See, shout out to Patch XS. Oh my goodness. I've been living in sin all this time using light mode, and there was a dark mode available for Jupyter Labs all this time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see how I like dark mode, because maybe I started getting used to the light mode. I don't know, but let's see. But Let me see what this other one is. Now, see, now you got me curious. What's this? I don't know about this one. Let's go to this one. Let's start off with this one for now, all right? And we'll see how that goes. All right. So let me see if if it's legible, then we see. Let's go to. All right. So I am going to share with you what happens behind the scenes when you are setting up content, and I'm going to be documenting that. And then I will also say what I do so that you can just have some insight about how this whole thing works and why building this flow. Let's say for me to set up a video, it might take me about 20 minutes, right? Like after the video is uploaded and I have to do all the title, description, thumbnail, all that stuff. Let's say it takes like 20 minutes per video. That's a long time. That is a long time, right? So I'm going to be listing out all this stuff, and I will say, all right, so let's say video is uploaded, right? The video is uploaded. Now, once the video is uploaded, let me go with this, and I go. So this is the precondition, right? Video is uploaded. And this is and there can be different workflows, because it could be like, okay, what if it's a live stream that you're doing, or what if it's it's either a live stream or video on demand, right? So you can have different criterias based on which is which. So if I go over to, so let's go with the video is uploaded, right? So this is a video on demand. It could be a clip from a live stream. It could be a premiere that I'm doing. It could be pretty much it's a premiere or a clip, right? Some pre-recorded content, or it's a clip from a live stream. Either way, it's still a video on demand. And then I would say, can I zoom in on this a bit? Let me see if I can zoom in a bit so you can see it a little better. Where is zoom? Increase terminal font size or not? Increase text. What? Let me see. I don't know. All right. Anyways, it's good like that. All right. So the video is uploaded, right? So what do we do when the video is uploaded? So what do I need? What do I need? I don't care what everybody else needs, but what do I need when I need to set up a video from draft to publish? Need for video from draft to publish, right? So I need a title. I need a description. I need keywords / tags. I need a thumbnail. And some of the stuff might not go through this, but I also take in, I have to say, set it for monetization, probably the most important part, monetization. I set the end screen, right? What else do I do on the video? Set the public date, right? Or / premiere date, right? So that's pretty much all the stuff that I need to do when I am creating a video, you know, when I need to. So after the video is either recorded, clipped up, edited, and everything is uploaded, now in order to get the video live, I need to do all this stuff. Now, is it 100% required to do all this stuff? No. However, if you don't do it, then your video is probably going to not do very good, because it has no good title, has no description, it doesn't have keywords, it doesn't have a thumbnail, and thumbnails are very, very important, because that's the first thing somebody sees before clicking on your video. So the thumbnail is very important. So when you have a video where it's just like, there is no thumbnail, it just looks like it's from the live stream, that is not going to work. Definitely gotta set it for monetization. The end screen, I don't know how helpful the end screen is, but it's better to have it than it doesn't cost you anything to have it. And then, you know, when do you want it to be public? You know, because some people they can just upload and set it, says done, right? And it's not gonna be a good experience that way. Okay. Let me see what we got in the chat real quick. Patch XS says dark mode everything, no matter what it takes. They did a study and light mode degrades your eyes. I agree 100%. 100%. I didn't even know that. I didn't even think about that. I just like opened it and that's what it gave me. I started using it, but you are totally right. And we have Night Jade in the building. Says you are up early. What can I say? What can I say, Night Jade? I can't help it. I had like in the mornings, that's when I learn about AI and large language models. So I'm like, hey, let's get to it. Let's get to it. It says, I think Zoom is Control Plus. It is Control Plus, but sometimes like when you do Control Plus on the browser, it doesn't exactly zoom the way that you want it to zoom. So I was just checking if Jupyter Labs itself had a way to zoom like something in particular, as opposed to the entire browser being zoomed in. But I think it's good. I think it's good enough as it is though. But thank you for that. But yeah, you're right. It is Control Plus and Control minus to zoom in and zoom out. Which I haven't zoomed in at a little bit right now, but I didn't want to do it too much because then it might start looking all weird and stuff. All right, so anyways, back to this. All right, so these are all the things that I do, right? So I'll put it like this, right? Semi AI usage. A lot of the times it's me who so there's a tool, right, that I use that gives you a ranking on your title based on does your title have does it engage any emotion? Is it easy to understand? So I have that I use, but it's like I try to come up with something that makes it sound like to stand out and things like that. So let's say my AI usage, the description, 100% AI right there, right? Outside of, so 100% AI for specific description, but wrapped by channel promotional info, right? And I can actually pull a video up so you can see what I mean. Let me see. All right, so keywords, that is also 100% AI. Put AI up here. Thumbnail is, I would say 50% AI, right? So let's say the thumbnail background AI generated based on my prompt, right? So that's why it's important to have good prompting, and then edited with text and TCR picture. Sometimes I put the picture, right? Depending on what the topic is, right? This is manual, but is there an API call to YouTube to do this? Set this, right? End screen, also manual, but same thing, is there API? And this is also, there should be an API for this, right? Is there API, right? So all of that. Now I'm going to, so this is pretty much the whole workflow, right? From after you upload a video on demand to all the way to get it live, right? So it's a lot of steps. Thinking about the title, getting your description generated, and the manual part. So I'll tell this, right? So I'll say, I'll prompt, what is it? See, I'm going to share you all the details, right? So let's go to the description. Let me see. Should I put it this way? Yeah, I'll put it in here, right? So for the description, I'll prompt it as, I need a YouTube video description for, and then I'll say the topic of the video, right? And it will give me a description, right? And then I take that description, copy and paste the description into YouTube, in between default channel promo info. All right. Let me pull up a video real quick so you can see what I mean. Let me see. YouTube. Let me go to this video from yesterday. Terminal. I am going to. Oh, all right. So if I pull up this video right here and I go down to the description right here, and so you'll see like promo info right here, and it says, so all of this right here is text from AI, right? I say I need a YouTube video description for a live stream clip of me showing how I figured out how to use VMware Fusion Pro to install Kali Linux, right? And see, I have to go back and update this to put in these URLs, but I just copied this whole thing. Sometimes you make mistakes by I didn't even notice this, but I'll go back and update that to give the URLs, right? But I just do that. And then all this stuff over here is stuff that's going to be on all the other videos. Okay. So that is pretty much that. So this part right here is AI, right? Just copy that into this. And then I'm like, all right, next video. And then the tags as well is added into when you're setting up the video. Okay. Let me get rid of that. So, let's go over here. So that's pretty much that. And then I prompt for my keywords says, can I have keywords separated by comma? Okay, so you have that. Now, the thumbnails using the image generation software, and we have my friend Roxy in the building. What's up, Roxy? How are you doing today? Hopefully you are doing well. Hopefully you had a good night. All right. So, let's continue. So I'm like, all right, thumbnails. So the way that I do the thumbnails in two ways, right? I can't, so let's do, two ways I generate thumbnails. All right. One way I can say, can you give me a thumbnail idea? Right? That's one way. And then OpenAI will give me the thumbnail idea and I'll copy and paste that. So in this way, right? Copy and paste part of the idea into image gen software or image gen, we'll call it software for now. Right. The other way is based on what the video is about, I come up with a thumbnail description idea and prompt the image gen software, right? And then from both of those ways, I will then copy and paste into the image gen or into the image editor or photo editor, right? And copy and paste into the photo editor and make your edits, export, upload to YouTube, right? So this part is going to take some type of manual intervention to get the right thumbnail, because the thumbnail is super important, because that is the first thing that a person sees before clicking on your video, right? That is what's going to bring them in. So you really want to have a good thumbnail. So that's why I take some time in figuring out how I'm going to do the thumbnail, right? But if I can optimize all the way up to close enough to here, you know, even getting the thumbnail idea, and then I can modify it from there. Okay. So that way, if I can reduce this whole workflow from 25 minutes per video till about 5-ish minutes and focus on the thumbnail, that'll be awesome. Okay. Now, what if we say, so here I'm just going to say let's just do, look up YouTube API below, right? Now, I know for the title, the description, even the video, you can upload the video via the YouTube API, right? So is this 100% requirement? Not necessarily. So we'll see if, like, should we say, all right, upload the video and put in all the details all in one shot, or should we say, all right, we upload the video and then we say pull it in and see. That is something that we can figure out as we continue, okay? But I would say that, all right, so after we have all of this stuff done, right? Before we get into this part over here, let's go to all right, so I'm gonna call this part the, let's call this the generation flow, right? Or let's call this metadata generation workflow, right? So metadata, the title, the description, keywords, thumbnails, all that stuff, right? Now let's go to the, let's call it upload/update data flow, right? So we would need to, so here we have to get familiar with the YouTube API, because one way we could do, like, we can have all this stuff generated and then we just copy and paste it into, let's say we have like a little copy text button and we just copy and paste it into YouTube, right? Just copy and paste everything. It would work, but it would be, if we can actually integrate with the YouTube API, that makes it even better. You know what I mean? So I would prefer to say, all right, my model, make it work and to make it better. We can start off with this, right? We can get this done where we can just copy the information and paste it. But then eventually we want to start to connect to the YouTube API. So the YouTube API, we would say, get the, get request for the uploaded video, or if we are uploading part of the process, not needed, right? And we would say to post the title. The only issue I have with the title part is that I would really have to be creative with it in my mind and not have the assistance. So I'd have to find a good way to create strong titles and have some type of checker. So that's not a big deal, right? So post the title, post the description, and the description would have the first thing I want to say, drop in the AI description, and then drop in the rest of the promo information, right? Post a description. And we can do post the keywords. And this post is probably just one big post request to their video endpoint, which we'll look into at some point, but probably just one big post request to the video endpoint. And then we would say, post the thumbnail. So everything is being done in one request is what I'm assuming. So we generate everything. We say Still got to figure out a good way for the thumbnail. But even if we push everything except for the thumbnail and upload it later, that we'll figure that out, right? Let me see. And so that's pretty much the bulk of it. And then here, I will say, if possible, right? Set for monetization. So that we have down here. So all this stuff here, right? So I will go like that. So that would be pretty much the full end-to-end workflow, right? What I will do, let's say we do here, and then YouTube post/put request for video endpoint. I'm guessing right here. And here we would say, I'll say set the title, set the description, set the keywords, set the thumbnail. Okay. There we go. Let me see. So that's pretty much the workflow that we would have to follow in order to start off with generating the information and then setting it all over here. So we have like a just about full end-to-end workflow where this would save us. Like if you post, let's say you post a video every day, right? And it takes you about, so let's say one video, and you see how many videos I post, right? Let's say you do one video a day, one 10-minute video. You have to go through all this, and it takes you about 20 minutes per video, right? So that is taking you 100 minutes. So about an hour and 40, almost 2 hours for 5 basic videos. So if this can reduce your time frame to like 5 minutes per video, imagine how much more you can do. You can be a lot more efficient. You can focus a lot more on creating content and instead of like all the extras that come with generating that content. So that's my thoughts behind it. I'm like, I want to be able to buy my time back. I'm going to tell you a story real quick, right? The other day, I posted a video. It might have been the clip of how I used the webpage, how I used, with this course that we're taking, how I created the webpage summarizer, right? And somebody commented this. They said, AI equals surveillance. There is no way that I am using that. I was like, bruh. Surveillance or not. You know what? And here's the funny thing, right? Whether you use AI or not, you're still being surveilled. Like, not using a software, like, you are able to post a comment on YouTube. Do you think that you're not being surveilled because of that? Like, so I was like, okay, well, you know what that means? It means more opportunity for me to run it up. So so I don't know. It just shows how some people will always be stuck in a particular spot. And then when the times are shifting, they're like, oh my goodness, it's not fair. Our job industry is going out and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, you were afraid of technology. You're afraid of quote unquote surveillance, although they know everything about you already. So, it is what it is. That's why here we are always, even if we're not heavily in deep into these particular technology, at least we know about it. At least we've tried it. We know how to move with it, right? So that's why, like, if I'm going to be surveilled anyways, at least I'm going to use the tools that they're using to surveil me to make my life a lot easier, right? And look at this. If I can reduce my workflow from however long it takes to whatever this would be, I am more than happy to do whatever. Like, all right. I didn't want to say this, but most of these people, right? People think that they are so important that people actually care about surveilling you. Nope. nobody cares about me to surveil me, right? Like, I'm not doing anything illegal. I live a pretty boring life, right? I do tech content and hang out with my friends on YouTube. I go do jujitsu and fight people and get scratched in the face every other day. Um, my life's pretty boring. So if the NSA or the CIA, if my guy Magnetar and his friends are watching me to snitch on me, you are going to be really, really bored. You know, like you're going to be wasting a lot of your time. But in the meantime, I'm going to make my life easier with the tools made available to me. Okay. Let me see. Nightjade says, Nightjade and Roxy are freezing in their respective states. Roxy says that it is -3 in Southwest Michigan, while Nightjade says it's not as bad, but it is only 4 outside in Virginia. Oof. I'm cold just thinking about it. All right. I'm cold just thinking about it. Nigel says, I have been a slow adopter of AI. A lot of people have been, and it's fair. But for me, I'm like, don't hide from it. Like, give it a try. Like, I know so many people who, all right, I'll tell you this. I found my wife using Chat GPT once, and I was like, what are you doing? She goes, I don't know, I was trying to find some information. I'm like, well, congratulations. She is not the most tech friendly person, and we had our disagreements about that on why she needs to get more familiar with tech. But she uses ChatGPT every now and then to get some information and getting better. I was like, hey, good. So Nightjade, you're not the only one, but it can help you. And I'll tell you this, Nightjade, as you start to get into creating your stuff, right? You're going to find it to be your very best friend, because it will make your life so much easier and help you go so much faster for the things that really aren't important to you, right? So it says, however, you can control what you feed it. Exactly. And if you are worried about certain things, you can always and I did, you are more than capable of setting up your own large language model locally and like having what you want it to have instead of using a public one, if that makes you feel more comfortable. So definitely check it out. Let me see. It says, here is the hacker idea. The more information you give out, the more I can collect. That is true. And Roxy says, no iguanas falling out of trees. No, they are not. Not yet. I heard it might be like 45 degrees down here on Friday. So I will probably just stay hidden, but we might get some iguanas falling out of trees. At that point, it is weird when you see them just falling out. Literally, you'll have an iguana just frozen in the middle of the street, and then later on in the day, it just unfreezes and starts walking away. So it is kind of creepy, all right? And it says, it isn't about hiding. It's about knowing that. I agree with you. It is dangerous. It can be dangerous, right? But you have to work around it. And, at the end of the day, everything is dangerous. So just walking out of your house, who knows what's going to be outside. I had a friend who was attacked by a series of squirrels when he was in college. So you can run into squirrels, you can run into killer squirrels, and they can have you running across college campus. So who knows? But I understand what you're saying. I understand it's not about hiding, but it's being smart, using it effectively, So, but I get you. I totally get you. All right. Let me see. Anything else with this workflow? So this is the workflow. We will start to, as we get more familiar with the different platforms, with the different let's do this. Let's do that. Let me go check out Claude real quick. Claude AI. Claude is next generation AI assistant by Anthropic and trained to be safe, accurate, and secure to help you do your best work. Let's take a look at that real quick. Let me see. Continue with Google. And I use this one. Gotta put a phone number. Seriously. We'll do this. We'll do this on Monday because time is running out. I thought I could just sign up for it, but there's Claude. There's Gemini. There is OpenAI and ChatGPT. There's Perplexity. I'm not even familiar with Perplexity. I've heard of it, but I've never actually used it. Perplexity. Perplexity AI is a free AI-powered answer engine that provides accurate, trusted, and real-time answers to any question. I guess all of them are going to say that they provide accurate, trusted, and real-time answers. But something that when I was going through the course, I saw that it said that different ways of prompting things to try to confuse it to see if it's going to get the right answer or not. So we're going to try all of that on Monday. That'll be very, very fun. But I'm going to go back to full screen as we wrap it up for today. Made good timing. We made good timing. Let me see. Let me check out the chat before we head out of here, okay? Roxy finds the iguana stories very, very fun. I don't know why Roxy finds these iguanas so funny. I think Roxy has an affinity for iguanas. I personally do not like iguanas, but whatever you guys like, I'm with it. If you like it, then I love it. Nadia says, I have a Gemini account. I wonder if I have a Gemini account. I don't know. Let me see. Gemini. I would suppose I do. I guess I do. When I go to gemini.goo.com, it says, hello, Ralph. So we'll try it out too. But we're going to try all of them out because part of the large language models, there is, from my understanding, which I have to do a video about this, but LangChain, where you can start connecting the different providers together. So, and I think that'll be helpful in what we're building for my content creation generation workflow, where we can say, all right, I want to use Gemini for this. I want to use Cloud for that. I want to use OpenAI for this. I want to use Perplexity for that. All that good stuff. So we'll figure it out. Let me see. It says, I believe you can get Perplexity for free if you have a Walmart Plus account. Oh, interesting. And with a Walmart Plus account, you can use the faster checkout lanes as well. And Melvin Johnson is in the building. What's up, Melvin Johnson? How are you doing? I will say probably cold. It says, back to just left the gym. It's a -3 degrees. You are a real one, Melvin Johnson, for going to the gym in -3 degrees. I don't even go to a physical gym location when it is 80 degrees. I just work out at home and then I go fight people. So, and we got my guy in the building, Mitch. What's up, Mitch? How are you doing? I love when my best friend shows up to say what up.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
And Roxy says, no, not the iguanas, not the iguanas. It was the squirrel story. See, and this is how bad my memory, because I totally forgot that I just said that squirrel story, and it was like 5 minutes ago, if that long. And, but yeah, he told me the story that he was walking through the college campus and he jumped at one squirrel. He was walking, then there was a swarm, an army of squirrels that came back, and he was like, I don't think I want to be here. So that's the story he told me. Is it factual? I kind of believe him. He's never lied to me before, right? So I kind of believe him. I have another friend who he's afraid of ducks. So, we all have our things. We all have our things. I don't like snakes. I don't like reptiles in general, right? But we all have our things. Anyways, that is about it for today. Let me see. We have.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Nigel says, I used to work at a location where we had a squirrel highway. They would just run back and forth all day on the power lines. The squirrels. All right, one last story. So the other day, right? So I have this little portable sauna that I have on the patio. And I'm sitting in the sauna, I'm working on the laptop and stuff like that. And we have some coconut trees in the backyard and a mango tree, a really, really large, the best mango tree that is probably in the world, but To be humble, I'll say in the United States, okay? But we have this beautiful, beautiful mango tree, and we have these coconut trees that are growing. And this squirrel goes to the top of the, like, to the edge of the, I don't know, the branch of the coconut tree. And to jump over to the mango tree, I'm like, you're gonna fall. But he made it though. He made it. These squirrels are brave. These squirrels are brave. Shout out to all the squirrels out there. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Anyways, enough of squirrels. Enough of iguanas. Enough of ducks. All that good stuff. We had a great planning session for our content creation workflow that we're going to be building out over the next few months, weeks and months. We'll be going back and forth as we learn more. We're going to start to write our code, do all that good stuff, right? But we're done for today. Remember, at noon Eastern time, we're going to be premiering how I figured out how to install Kali Linux on UTM. That was a nightmare. We tried it 2 live streams, finally figured it out. Tomorrow night, we're going to be going live with more ethical hacking penetration testing, learning it, where we will be talking about reconnaissance and looking at the different different tools and stuff, trying them out, all that good stuff. Some tools I've used before, some tools I never heard of, but that's why we're here. We're here to learn, okay? With that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. If you haven't done already, do me a favor, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, go to techcoachrob.dev. You can sign up for a free Patreon account, get access to some content. If you want more content, or if you want one-on-one coaching, all that stuff, you can sign up for that as well. But the time has come. I'm about to go head to the sauna to continue training for competition in March. This is Tech Coach Ralph with another morning show, Koffee and Kata. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Sun's up, early caffeine's a call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mics. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows. News unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind.